We're finally in Chiapas, and specifically San Cristobal de las Casas. We have loved our time so far in Chiapas. It's been super hot, but we've had amazing views.
Yeah, Chiapas is just amazing. We love the waterfalls and we can't wait to explore the city.
Yeah, the city is going to be beautiful, and we can't wait to see what the rest of Chiapas has in store for us. Chiapas. We finally made it to this beautiful state, in which we spend the next few weeks taking it all in. Over the next 2 episodes, we are going to show you exactly why we fell in love with this Mexican state. So we invite you to continue this journey with us as we go through amazing Mexico.
It's the first time we paid this much to do a road, but apparently it should definitely be worth it. Let's see. The view of the city is already there. Check that out.
We're making the drive to the greatest viewpoints in Chiapas by way of Sumidero Canyon National Park, just north of the city of Tuxla Gutierrez. 80 peso per person to drive this 20-kilometer route with half a dozen viewpoints, but we're not upset with our decision.
Not happy with this view?
It's a beautiful view. We haven't had views like this since our time climbing volcanoes near Mexico City. We keep driving to the north end of the park, where the river meets the lake. The locals offer boat tours into the canyon for a few hundred pesos, where you can apparently see numerous crocodiles basking in the sun. But we opt out of that and just enjoy the cool breeze and take in this great view before moving on.
So we have statues here from electricians. Not really sure what it means, but it is really impressive.
Apparently these statues are to give thanks to the linemen and other utility workers of Chiapas for keeping the energy flowing, because where would we be without electricity? I think by now the words just Trav'lin and mountain pass are synonymous, because that's how we get from one place to another. We are taking this Chiapas Highland route through over a dozen small communities to get to one of the most interesting and vibrant places we have ever been to, which is now probably our favorite city of the entire country.
We made it to San Cristobal, and there is something about to go down here tonight, so that is going to be super exciting.
Yeah, we're here at night, well, almost night.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what's going to go on.
I'm so excited. There's a lot of people around us too. Check this out.
It's party time in San Cristobal because it's the final day of the largest religious holiday in Latin America, Semana Santa. Countless people are dressed up in some form or another, and live music pours from every corner of the city. It's colorful and vibrant, and we happen to meet up with our good friends Travis and Leah once again. It's been over a month since we saw them last, and we catch up at a restaurant with great food and some local drinks as we wait for the main event in town known as the burning of the effigies. Numerous townsfolk have created piñatas for the celebration, but they aren't filled with candy. They're filled with explosives. The fireworks show lasts for over an hour, as do the crowd's energy and the cheering. It reminded me a bit of home, as we do the Canada Day celebration in the same way. But since we won't be home to see that this year, I better take it in all the more here.
Are you ready?
We're heading out to explore San Cristobal, as it is a colorful city with lots to do and try.
There is a typical Mayan alcohol here, which is called posh, which is 30% cane sugar and 70% corn. And we're gonna find ourselves a little tienda where we can have a little bit of a degustation. So let's see how that goes.
Let's check it out. Heard it's good. It wasn't hard to find a local shop with posh, but we didn't expect to see over 40 kinds on the wall.
Just having a degustation of cought.
Owner was ecstatic we came in and had us try everything.
You like that one?
It's all good.
Mora. No.
You don't want mora?
Sí, las moras.
You're trying the tuna?
Tuna, which is cactus.
Not fish.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah?
That's really good.
Café.
Tastes like coffee. It was hard to remember which of the posh we enjoyed and which we didn't after trying so many. But eventually we settled on a few and then proceeded to head back into town to try to stay upright. So many nice streets with just about every store looking interesting in its own way. Eventually we decide sitting at a local coffee bar and do some people watching for our last activity here in San Cristobal is what we're gonna do. This is certainly not a city to miss. Out of the city and into the country, we are venturing to one of the greatest waterfalls that Mexico has to offer. Wow, we finally made it to El Chiflón, one of the greatest waterfalls in all of Mexico probably. We got here super early, ready to tackle this hour-long hike up to about 6 different waterfalls. Can't wait. It's pretty far.
You ready?
Looks like it's over a kilometer of walking uphill. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waterfalls. Yeah, let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Come on, let's go. You would think at 6:30 in the morning we would be here all by ourselves, but no. The vendors are already getting ready. It's already pretty busy and loud. That's just Mexico. Buenos dias.
That typical blue mineral water Mexico is known for greets us immediately.
Sumidero Falls.
Only minutes in, we find our first of many waterfalls on this self-guided tour.
Waterfall number 1. Angels Winds Falls. Let's go.
Number 2, only footsteps past the first.
Number 2. Beautiful.
The water is so warm as we feel the heat from the incoming pressure. From here, it's now getting difficult as we have to walk what seems like hundreds of stairs, but we know it'll be worth it. It's huge!
Look at it!
There are stairs leading all the way up to the top waterfall, and it's pretty exhausting, but with a great view. However, no view is better than this. With the giant El Chiflón waterfall center stage, surrounded by a family of cascading falls, this is definitely the greatest waterfall that we have ever seen in Mexico. Chiapas is amazing. So we're only 20 minutes out of Cascada Chiflón, 25 minutes maybe, and we're at another point of interest. Our first cenote in Mexico, first of many. Can't wait to see it. It's supposed to be amazing blue waters. We're gonna go swimming. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
There's nobody here right now.
This is crazy. We're the first people here.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Because they are right behind us. That's how it's called.
Our first cenote on this trip, and conditions are perfect for a refreshing swim. I'm just gonna fall in.
You ready for it?
All right, first cenote swim ever.
All right.
Crystal clear water. It's already getting full of people, but that's fine. Here we go. Hey Travis, you forgot something. There you go. The water, perfect temperature, and crystal clear. Sunrays pierce right to the bottom. There's also a shelf that drops off to almost 80 meters, and it's a little creepy if you ask me. But a perfect way to end this day.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
Does anything live in there? Do you see any fish or anything?
There's nothing.
Nothing in there?
The bottom of the cenote is barren.
Okay.
No plants or nothing.
Is it cool out there though?
Yeah, it's neat.
Good job.
These cenotes are littered all around southeastern Mexico, and there will be more to discover and explore. Just one more reason to love Chiapas. Chiapas has more, believe it or not, and today we are going to explore an ancient Mayan city named Chincultec. Certainly smaller than some of the more well-known ones, but still important. This city is inside a national park, which is probably one of the reasons why it's so well preserved, with its own cenote with a dark past.
Oh wow. Number one, Acropolis.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
At the top, we meet the guide who was there to tell everyone about this place. And we learn that each of these 4 altars at the top were for sacrificing, but for different reasons. And those reasons are for water, sun, fertility, and life, which is a bit ironic if you ask me.
Okay. So each altar, they would sacrifice for a different reason. Okay.
And that cenote, yeah, that was for throwing children in for sacrifice. So here at Chincultec,
Yes.
amazing spot built by the Mayans between 100 and 700 AD. Beautifully preserved archaeological area. And the best thing, it's all for free.
Yes. And the views are just beautiful.
Oh, beautiful views.
And we're all alone here. Almost.
The Mayan civilization. Brutal, but interesting. Have you ever been to a campsite that was perfect? Well, we stayed here at this site in Laguna de Montebello for 4 nights as our base camp to explore this amazing park. Since our time in Baja, we haven't had a more tranquil and peaceful spot that we enjoyed so much. This park is huge, and with the perfect temperature, we never want to leave. Almost 60 lakes inside this park. There's a lot to see.
Laguna en Sueño.
You got woodpeckers.
Yeah. Let's check this one out. We're gonna see lots of lagunas the coming days.
Each lake is unique here as they offer different coloring.
Laguna Esmeralda. Whole bunch of food. It's always food.
No matter where you go, even in national parks, there's vendors.
That's great. Love it.
This one, Lago Esmeralda, is a distinct green, much different than the more common variations of blue. We're in the jungle now.
Yeah, it's beautiful, eh? Did we end up on this road now?
We're just exploring. Taking the back roads through the park, we discover an entire area that most travelers don't see. There are actually communities here too. Not large, just interesting to see that they set up here. Taking this route, we end up coming in the back way to Cinco Lagos, the 5 lakes, a grouping of lakes in a small area that's certainly one of the most stunning we've seen in our time here.
What an awesome view. Look at that.
There's a lot more to do here than just what we're doing. All of the lakes, you can rent canoes and kayaks. We were even approached to go horseback riding, but we declined it all. A lovely place that everyone needs to see. However, it might not stay this way, as scientists are concerned over the fact that the lakes are in risk of losing their biodiversity due to deforestation and agriculture runoff. Other lakes we visit, such as this one, are Lago Montebello. Not as impressive, but this is where the buses drop people off, probably because there are foods such as
the quesadillas de champignon and
quesadillas with chorizo. The largest lake in the park, with its own village, is Lago Ciscao, with an extreme clarity and blue tinge. This doesn't even look real.
Who put blue coloring in the water?
What?
You want to go to Guatemala?
Yeah, sure, let's go. Interesting fact about this park is that there is a walkway that leads to Guatemala.
The border with Guatemala.
I hope I don't get taxed with goods and services for bringing over a product from Mexico. That must be the border.
Oh yeah, that is the border. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a line going across this lake.
However, there isn't much to see, just to say that you walked into Guatemala. And only a few souvenir shops to browse through. The final lake we visit is this one, Lago Pollo, which actually had a bit of a hike to get to. But of course, with everything, the work eventually pays off, as we are greeted to another view of this amazing park. After 4 nights and 5 days in this park, we still didn't see it all, but we also can't stay forever. Eventually, we have to say goodbye to our favorite campsite in 2 months of traveling through Mexico. But it's a big world, and there's a lot out there, and we hope to see it all. But we're still traveling through Chiapas, and still our favorite state. And next time, we'll keep showing you why. So you can fall in love with it just like us. Next time on Just Trav'lin, Chiapas continues to show us why it's our favorite. We are with our friends Travis and Leah, and we take a private boat trip to a Mayan city in the heart of the jungle. More and more waterfalls as we explore this exotic land, and even more ancient cities. All on the next episode of Just Trav'lin.
Here.
Con mucho cuidado para que no te vaya a caer. No lo vais a hacer así. Paráditos.
It's like with fresh coconut. Look at that. Mmm.